I'm really pleased to be welcoming you to this year's UK Internet Governance Forum 2023 to discuss this year's theme, The Internet We Want, Empowering All People. This is the 18th UK Internet Governance Forum, and once again at Nominet we're proud as a public benefit organisation that we continue to provide the Secretariat for the UK IGF. If you don't know who we are at Nominet, we operate the .uk registry. We're responsible for all domains that end in .uk. And we're working really hard to make sure that our services and our policies keep pace and continue to evolve and really set industry standards in the years to come. Now, in terms of the people joining us today, over 50% of delegates will be attending the UK Internet Governance Forum for the first time. And alongside those first-timers, about 30% have returned for a second year. One of the UK IGF targets has really been to increase youth engagement. And this year we've seen a record registration of younger delegates, with over a third under the age of 34. If you're 33, enjoy being part of the youth engagement. Please do give them a warm welcome. So as we've got a number of new delegates joining today, I'd just like to take a minute to explain what the Internet Governance Forum is briefly and why it's so important. In 2005, the United Nations held a World Summit on the Information Society known as WSIS. And the aims of WSIS were to build a people-centric, inclusive and development-orientated information society and to facilitate the implementation of the UN's Millennium Development Goals. One of the outcomes of WSIS was the creation of a multi-stakeholder, non-decisional forum, the Internet Governance Forum. The global IGF meets once a year to discuss key topics and messages formed at a national level through Internet Governance Forum meetings like this. Now, there is, of course, ongoing debate about the efficacy of the multi-stakeholder model. It can be slow, we recognise that, to respond to increasingly fast-moving global challenges such as security, abuse, DNS abuse, and digital access inequalities. But I, along with, I'm sure, almost everyone in this room would agree that while not perfect, it is by far the best option we have. Crucially, the multi-stakeholder model brings together on equal footing the widest possible variety of voices and perspectives to build effective solutions. WSIS is set to be reviewed in 2025, 20 years after its creation, and as part of this, the future of the Internet Governance Forum will also be considered. And of course, this review could mark a change to how the internet is governed. There are an increasing number of countries that want to see greater government involvement in charting the internet's future, such as China and Russia. This challenge to the multi-stakeholder model could see more top-down government control and less involvement of people who are experts on these areas and also those directly impacted by the decisions taken on the future of the internet. The next few years are pivotal. The UN will hold a summit of the future, and as part of this summit, a global digital compact is proposed, which will be negotiated this year and next. The sort of topics the compact might consider include digital connectivity, avoiding internet fragmentation, providing people with options as to how their data is used, application of human rights online, and promoting a trustworthy internet by introducing greater accountability for discrimination and misleading content. How internet governance evolves to meet the challenges of the internet now and in the future is a critical debate, but one that needs to build on the principles and success of the multi-stakeholder model. It's no surprise that countries interested in a different outcome are seeking to host the IGF in 2025. It's really important then that national IGFs, such as the UK IGFs, are active participants in shaping the debate, not just at the global IGF, but by engaging with the Global Digital Compact and WSIS Plus 20. The Global Digital Compact is proposing under the commitment of No One Left Behind to improve digital inclusivity. It's something that really matters to us at Nominet. Research by the International Telecommunications Union in 2020 found that 87% of children in high income brackets are online, compared with just 6% in low income brackets. And this is also, of course, a very real issue for us in the UK today. The recent House of Lords Communications and Digital Committee report on digital exclusion makes quite challenging reading. 9 years after a digital inclusion strategy was last published, it's urging for a credible strategy to tackle digital exclusion. The report notes that 2.4 million adults in the UK cannot complete a single basic task to get online, and that 1.7 million UK households have no broadband or mobile access, and that basic digital skills are set to become the UK's largest skills gap by 2030. In the context of No One Left Behind, these figures are stark. So before we move into the substance of today and hear from our expert speakers and panellists, I'd just like to thank this year's funding partner, ICANN, for their continued support and engagement in the UK IGF. And of course, funding is really important, but the UK IGF wouldn't be possible without the generosity of our multi-stakeholder steering committee, who donate their time and experience and expertise to ensure the UK IGF not only addresses the key topics of the day, but also includes a really fantastic lineup of speakers. Many of the UK IGF steering committee are here today, and I'm sure would welcome discussion with you during the breaks and after the event. And if you'd like to know more about the committee or the UK IGF, you can visit the website ukigf.org.uk. Now, diversity of backgrounds and perspectives and opinions continues to be central to the UK IGF and how we design it to ensure the discussions are truly relevant to the experiences of all UK digital citizens. That's why for the third year, the steering committee has signed the Future of London Diversity Pledge and worked hard to ensure the speakers and panels are representative of the society we live in today. We have 60% female speakers and 25% from ethnic minority backgrounds, and 3 youth speakers on today's panels. Today's discussions will include a variety of topics such as AI in a data-driven world, cybersecurity in the context of global geopolitical instability, internet fragmentation, gender in the internet, and delivering digital transformation. We'll also be joined by keynote speakers from Tech UK and Ofcom, and to close the day, we're joined by the Minister for Tech and the Digital Economy, Paul Scully. So that's my introduction over, and I'd now like to officially open the 2023 UK IGF and hand over to our compares. We've got Head of Policy and Public Affairs at the Internet Watch Foundation, Mike Tunks, and Public Affairs Manager at Tech UK, Alice Campbell. Please give them a warm welcome to the stage.